some days feel like they ask too much of you, leaving you torn between work and the ones you love. I know that heavy feeling when you walk in late and see your kids already asleep on the couch. That guilt that hits like a punch in the chest. They'll remember me as the dad who was always at work. You're torn because you're doing it for them, but it feels like it's pushing you further away. It's brutal. But listen to me. Your guilt isn't a proof you're failing. It's proof you really care. It means you still want to show up. That's what matters. You don't need to be everywhere all the time. You just need to be real when you're there. Even the dense forest has clearings. Pause for a moment longer. Let the rush drip away like rain off your coat. Imagine being in a dense jungle at dawn. Thick vines everywhere, hard to move or see. But ahead, there's a small clearing where the first light breaks through. The jungle doesn't disappear, but in that clearing you can rest and see where you are. That's what happens when you put your phone away and sit with your family. It doesn't make all the work or worries vanish, but it gives you, and them, a quiet space to breathe, to reconnect. It's okay to return to that clearing anytime without guilt or shame. Hold on to that gentle space in you. It may be small, but it's enough to guide you through the dark. I see you. I know what it's like to be the last one leaving the office, phone buzzing with messages you'll never get to tonight. Replaying your wife's text, "We missed you tonight." Feeling the knot in your chest, wondering if this is who you want to be remembered as. Wanting your kids to have what you never did. Wanting your parents to see they didn't sacrifice for nothing. And it's so easy to get lost in that. The world tells us, work harder, hustle more, be the hero. But no one tells us how to set it down. How to say, that's enough for tonight. You're not letting them down by slowing down to be with them. That's what they'll remember. You're showing them what love looks like in real time. That it's not the big gestures or the perfect plan. It's being there when it matters. It's setting your phone aside so you can hear their day, their worries, their jokes. It's letting them see you as a man who can pause and be present, who can say, I'm here. You can always find small clearings, even in a dense forest. You can create those quiet spaces when you need them. You can guard them gently. They're not only for them, they're for you, too. And you can always choose to return to that calm when you're ready. There's no scoreboard at the end of this life that says you won because you never missed an email. But there will be memories of the night you shut your laptop and played that board game. Of the moment your daughter saw you in the audience and her face lit up. Happiness waits in the small reunion. That's the stuff that lasts. You just have to remember why you're doing this in the first place. Because you love them. Because you want them to know they matter more than anything you can earn. Compassion isn't weakness, it's strength. Your guilt is a sign you care. It's proof you're still connected, still trying, and that's enough. Let's do this before you sleep. You don't need anything fancy, just yourself and a moment of quiet. Sit on the edge of your bed or lean back in your chair. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in. Let your belly expand. Feel your chest rise. Then exhale, slow and easy. Do it again. This time, at the top of your breath, pause. Notice the thoughts crowding in. Did I do enough today? Did I fail them? Don't fight them, just note them. Label them softly in your mind: worry, guilt, fear. Then exhale. Let them drift to the side like leaves floating in a stream. Happiness waits for us in those small, tender reunions, with ourselves and with each other. Come back to your breath. Feel your feet on the floor. The ground holds you, no matter how heavy you feel. Let your hands rest on your lap, open. You don't have to grip anything right now. Breathe. Notice the quiet that lives between thoughts. It's always there, waiting for you to come home. Stay here. Let the quiet spread out and give you more room than you thought you had. Think of them, your kids, asleep upstairs, safe because of what you've built. Your wife's quiet trust that you'll find your way back when you've drifted too far into work. That's why you keep going. Not to be perfect, not to be the hero who never stumbles, but to be the man who knows how to come home. Who knows how to say, "I'm here." Who keeps choosing them even when it's messy. Hold on to this as proof there's always a way back, no matter how lost you feel. You're not here to be unbreakable. You're not a machine built to crank out invoices and meet after-hours calls without feeling. You're a father, a husband, a man who cares so deeply it hurts. You're the clearing in the dense jungle for your family. A space where they can see you as you really are. And you're allowed to take that space for yourself too. Even the busiest forest has open spaces, a gentle clearing where you can stop, breathe, and rest. You can choose to return to these spaces whenever you need them. Because happiness isn't loud or grand. It lives in these small, quiet spaces where you feel safe to simply be together. You don't have to choose between providing for your family and being truly with them. You can choose both. You can close your laptop, let the last email wait, and say yes to bedtime stories. Yes to the quiet promise that you'll always find your way back home. You're not strong because you're unbreakable. You're strong because you know how to bend, to soften, without losing who you are.